Hello everybody, my name is Mike Smith. I'm a senior technical leader in the Vermont office in Wastewater, and I'm here with Shane Mullen and Rhiannon Getz, the other two Vermont team members that worked on the Rutland Digester Upgrade Project with us a couple of years ago. So Rutland has the single largest wastewater plant in the state of Vermont. It was constructed in 1962, and I was involved through another company with several upgrades over the years, including additional anaerobic digesters. Rutland currently handles about a third of the state's wastewater, residuals, and septage, and is part of a 1989 sludge and septage management program. The digesters were in disrepair, and Weston and Sampson included them in a preliminary engineering report, which ended up making the project eligible for SRF funding.
The anaerobic digester building and complex involved two primary digesters, which have been offline for several years. Their gas covers had been rusted and needed to be cleaned out. So as part of the scope of the project, the city cleaned out those digesters and then allowed new equipment to be installed. That included new gas covers. It also involved the replacement of a gas compressor in their compressor room, which had been offline for several years. Also process piping, gas safety equipment, heat exchangers, and other ancillary work. In particular, the gas waste burner was previously located on the roof and needed to be relocated onto the ground due to modern code requirements. Another key instrument of this project was the heat exchangers, was added on later as a change order. The aging pieces of equipment were deemed to be a fairly expensive project for a complete replacement. However, with the help of the contractor, we were able to figure out that rehabilitation of the heat exchanger was able to be implemented. This allowed them to get the heat exchangers up and running again for a much reduced cost. Instrumentation and controls for the site were vintage 1980s and in need of replacement. They did not necessarily communicate very well with the main computer system in the process control in the main control building. So all that was upgraded and provide future expandability and access for operators to be able to carefully monitor the system and making sure that it is running optimized.
I had the opportunity to work on this project from the construction side of things. I had just been brought on board at WestonAndSampson and kind of pulled into this project, but it made for a really great transition because in college I worked on a pretty in-depth digester project, so I was able to apply a lot of that knowledge to this project.
It was a very interesting project and a lot of fun. We ended up having staff from Hopewell Junction, Albany, New York, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Reading, Massachusetts, Manchester, New Hampshire, as well as staff in the Vermont office, all collaborate on the design for this project.